Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Prince of Pentacles, this is the builder. You are trying to build something in your life. You're someone who is dedicated to the work. You're somebody who is loyal, okay, and devoted. You're someone that shows up every day. I feel like the people around you, if we were to call them for references, would say, yeah, Pisces shows up every day. They do what they say they're going to do. They work hard, and they work in the right way, okay? I think that you are, right now, you've got your nose to the grindstone. I think you're working hard on something, building something, maybe trying to finish something, trying to complete something. It could be something specific, some kind of a project. Maybe it's something to do with work or school, something at home, something in your creative life, and maybe it's all of these things. And I feel that you're the type of person that's not going to quit until it's done. Okay, you're not clocking out before things are finished, you know. You're not going home just because it's 5 o'clock. So I think that this is something that you really, truly are dedicated to. And I think that, well, let's put this card into some context before I tell you anything else, okay? So let's use our Dove and Serpent spread. 3 of Wands, there's your work ethic, okay? That's your creative work ethic. We have a Knight, okay. The Knight of Wands. We have a 3 of Cups. The 5 of Pentacles, okay, yeah, yep. I see what's going on, and the 8 of Wands. There is kind of an unexpected development. I think it's happening fast. I think in the next day or two, 24 to 48 hours. Feels like there's going to be a very quick reversal, okay? Something that you thought was not working, something that you thought maybe was a no, or something that you were hoping for that you thought you didn't get, you're getting it. Okay, it's that no, that what you thought was a no is turning into a yes. Something's been stalled maybe for a while, or there's been, because this builder energy I feel like has been at it for a long time. And I think that you have not wavered in your dedication, but I think that you, in a way, are kind of disappointed about something that you thought you lost or you didn't get, or something that you thought was a no, okay, something that you obviously wanted, right? But when you got that no, or when you thought that something didn't work, you didn't get all that discouraged by it. It's almost as if it made you kind of want to work harder. Yeah. There's a reversal of that. Spirit is saying it's actually a yes. Okay? So something that you thought you lost or something you thought you didn't get, there's going to be an unexpected development. Look for it in the next day or two. Let's put the rest of our cards on the table. We have the High Priestess. We have the 4. See, anytime we get a 5, we're starting to look for the 4. You're getting that 4. So this is a return to stability. This is kind of when things seem like they're dysfunctional, things seem like they're chaotic. It almost maybe is like someone kind of pulled the rug out from underneath you, or that's what you thought was happening. But it turns out, no, everything is just fine. Everything is going to be stable. The things that you're doing are working. Spirit wants you to maintain consistency right now. Okay? Things are going to start speeding up, and you have to continue with your same dedication, your same focus, your same work ethic, your same virtue. Here we have a Prince of Swords. Okay, the decisions that you make right now are really going to set the tone for the next phase of your journey. Okay, there we have the Six of Swords, yeah. Your decisions now are kind of writing the story for what comes next. With the Eight of Wands, you have to have a heightened awareness and quick action so that you can take advantage of this, some kind of calling it the unexpected development or reversal. Okay, very interesting. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it over here with our little sea turtle friend right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation we need at the end of the reading. If at any moment during this message you feel like you might know what that card might be, Pisces, put your prediction in the comments section down below. Okay? And I want to hear your story. Let me know what this might be for you. Yeah. Let's look around the room. We see one major arcana card. It's the High Priestess. You're someone right now who's trusting, and you're kind of saying, okay, if that was a no, if that thing didn't work, if somebody pulled out, if somebody withdrew, if somebody quit, if somebody left, then it must be fine. It's not for me. If you lost something, it means it didn't belong to you. If somebody left your life, it means they weren't supposed to be there. Okay? You have that kind of trust with this major arcana, this High Priestess. You have that acknowledgement of the sort of divine will, right? And it's kind of like everything happens for a reason. Everything doesn't happen. There's a reason for that too, right? And so it really comes down to, if you lost it, you weren't meant to have it. If they left, they weren't meant to stay. I feel like there's a reversal of that, though. I feel like you're realizing, oh, okay, I didn't lose it. Or they didn't leave. Or it wasn't a no. Okay? So there's a reversal or an unexpected development or return of that energy that you thought was gone or was destabilized. There's a stabilization happening. Okay? We have fire, fire, fire. You got the water back here, which again, this is the water this was the celebration that you thought was that you thought was gone. This was the joy, the jubilation. This was the fulfillment of a wish that then, with the appearance of the Five of Pentacles, feels like that wish didn't come true. No, wait a minute. Spirit's saying you've spoke too soon. Okay, so this is really wonderful energy. This is really good. So you got your water, and then you have your air cards, and you have 1, 2, 3 earth cards. And I want to point out 1, 2, 3 fire, 1, 2, 3 earth. Fire and earth, your manifestations. Anytime we get fire and earth, we talk about the spiritual electrical circuit of creation. This is what you're trying to manifest. This is the art and science of manifestation. Okay, fire to earth, it's impulse to behavior, it's will to action. It's above to below, it's inside to outside, it's inspiration to implementation, it's intention, and then it is the follow-through. Okay? The fire and earth, that's the instant creation. What conducts fire to earth? Well, the human heart and mind, right? What conducts impulse to behavior? It's our water and our air, our swords and our cups. And, well, that's where I think you thought that there was some interruption in your manifestation, and it wasn't going to happen the way you were hoping it would happen. Spirit's giving you a surprise stabilization, okay? This is a quick reversal in a situation that you thought was deteriorating or destabilizing. And I think it's going to happen fast. I think that you need to be aware, you need to pay attention the next day or two, 24 to 48 hours. Okay, claim this reading. Leave a comment that says, I accept, or let's say maybe I see. Okay, or tell me you're paying attention anyway, all right? Give me a big yes if you're still here and if you're paying attention. The Three of Wands, of course, is you not giving up. Even if you thought that your wish was going unfulfilled, or if there was some kind of an interruption or interference in your process, you didn't give up. And so maybe this is in a way a test, right? That's kind of saying, look, let's throw some curveballs at Pisces and see what they do. You got the curveball, you said, shoot. But you kept working. You kept doing it. You said, I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep working on it. Maybe this is like your album, and there's been some interruptions. Maybe a producer kind of, decided to quit, or that the record company made some weird decision, or I don't know how that stuff works, right? I'm not in that industry. You kept doing it. You said, well, that's not going to deter me. That's a speed bump. I'm going to keep going. You're a fighter. And I think you're a very creative person. And you're a builder. You're building your future. You're building your life. And if this work throws a curveball at you, well, what do? You catch it, you get the out, or you swing and you knock it out of the park. You're going to deal with it in the best way possible. I guess it depends on whether you're up to bat or you're in the outfield. I don't know. You are dedicated to your craft, dedicated to your life and to what you're building. I don't see any cards of discouragement here. So even though you've got a 5 of Pentacles looming above you, you're still saying, fine, okay, you know what? More pressure is good. The obstacle is the way. And you're keeping it active, right? So I love that. Down beneath the surface, the Knight of Wands. To me, this is kind of a very, very fast reversal. Okay? The Knights are kind of an impulsive shift. Okay? And I think that it's down here under the surface of your awareness, because it's, you're looking at this and you're thinking, okay, well, this is what I got to deal with. This is some discord. This is some destabilized, ground. This is a foundation that's kind of rocky right now. This is the big worry. This is the big upset. This is not a win, right? This is some kind of dysfunction. I think you're unaware that this energy is that what you thought was the chain of events now is there. It's like the dominoes are stacking back up. Okay. What you thought has fallen or has kind of crumbled is not. It's being put back together, okay? And I don't know if it's at home, at work, at school, relationships, your partner, romance, doesn't matter. What matters is that when this return of energy happens, and it feels like it's a kind of an unexpected, sudden development, you've got to be ready at a moment's notice, right, to react and respond to that return energy. Because it's kind of like you're assuming things are a certain way, and you're behaving in that way, as if that were true. But when now reality shifts, you're going to have to really quickly revert back to that reality, You're going to have to quickly adapt to the new circumstances, which I think are very much how they were before, right? So this is kind of like, it feels like you're kind of getting pulled in a couple different directions. It's nothing that you can't handle, okay? Hit the subscribe button right now. I guarantee that this is going to happen in a day or two, and you're going to be ready, okay? You're going to continue on like nothing's happening, and when this energy takes place, when this transition or this turning point or this shift, or at what we're calling the reversal, when this happens, you're going to be already ready to go already. Yeah. The 8 of Wands in the future position, this is the speed with which this is happening. This is when the fireworks start going off, when you get this signal, that's when you have to really be ready to leap into action. So it's going to require that you're paying attention. And when this energy returns, or when the dominoes get stacked back up, or whatever is really, however this looks. When it does happen, you've got to be quick. You got to be on the ball. Okay? Don't be caught off guard by this. And I think you are ready. The Three of Cups is in the background. This was your wish. This was what you were hoping for. The Five of Pentacles is what you got. So you got the 3. What you want is the 6. It's kind of like you rolled the dice with what you wanted to have happen. Shoot, didn't happen. Snake eyes, right? I think that's bad in crabs. Anyway, it wasn't what you were hoping for. And you kind of, okay, well, that's just reality then. And you continued on with your work. But then, in the next day or two, something extraordinary, something unexpected is happening. And you've got to be ready and not be like blown away, shocked by it. You need to be aware of this. And you need to be very quick to adapt to the new circumstances. Okay? And, well, I think you are. And I think that you are very resilient, you're very flexible, and very adaptive. I wouldn't be surprised if our mystery card was the Magician. Maybe the Tower. Okay. Now give me a heck yes in the comments if you're ready for this. We're going to talk about the path of the serpent. Like we said with the High Priestess, this is you trying to follow the divine energy, trying to follow just the course of events, the will of the universe, the flow of things, trying to trust in, kind of that belief like everything happens for a reason. If this is out of your life, it wasn't meant to be there. And then now it's coming back into your life. You think, okay, if this is coming back in my life, it's meant to be here, and you're just taking it in stride. You're taking it just as the next step in your path. And it really shows that you do have a very deep connection with spirit. I don't think you consider yourself a spiritual person. Maybe you do, but I feel that there's not a form of prayer necessarily, right? I feel like you're somebody that believes in the universe and you acknowledge energy, but you're not like maybe I should say a religious person. Maybe you're spiritual but not religious, one of those people, yeah. Because I feel that you've experienced enough strange things in your life that you're certain something else is going on here. That the world that we see, the reality that we look at is not all there is. You believe there's something behind the scenes that's working, in a way on your behalf, working for you. Okay, so it has this way of kind of leading you forward, and even if it's through hardship. Right now, the High Priestess is card number 2 of the tarot. What's card number 3? The Empress. The High Priestess is your intuition, really. It's always leading you to your best life. And it's that it requires acceptance. It requires that we surrender to that divine force. And that, in practice, is basically, if they left, they weren't meant to be here. If I lost it, I wasn't meant to have it. A very simple way of putting this card, okay? And so when we feel as if we're being dragged through the briar patch or raked over the coals, okay, we don't complain, we don't shake our fist at the universe, because it is what it is. This was the necessary part of the path. For some reason, this was what I had to go through. You deal with it the best that you can, okay? And you keep building, you keep fighting, you keep working hard. That's what you do. I want you to type yes in the comments, okay? Claim this reading. Claim this reading and acknowledge that you are ready for this reversal, for this unexpected kind of reverse shift of energy, for this return. Yeah. Tell me that you're ready. Okay. In your environment, in your relationships, the 4 of Pentacles. Could be that you thought something was over, you thought something was dysfunctional or destabilized, or that something was something had missed the mark. I think what you're truly getting is stability. So this is something that's saying, no, it's not lost, it's right here. Maybe this is you finding what you thought you lost, or recouping. Maybe it's a financial thing. Maybe you really thought you were out all this money. Something's going to happen that then is like putting it back together. This is something that may be broken. This is now, oh, it's fixed. Okay. It may be something financial. It may be something, well, it could even be related to your physical health. Okay. It could be the stability or the security of a relationship. Okay. And I think this, having this resource, whatever it is going to make your work easier. Now, you would have done it even without it. Even if you still had the Five of Pentacles, you would still be doing the work and you'd still be succeeding. Having this resource in place instead, which is what you originally wanted, is just going to make your work easier. Okay? And it's going to bring you a big relief, too. Okay? It's going to put a smile on your face. I guarantee it. Hit that like button if you want to smile in 24 to 48 hours from now. Okay? Or sooner. The next card, Prince of Swords. This is a fixed air energy. Okay? It's really saying that the decisions that you make now, you need to be decisive. You need to continue to, you don't want to be like dumbfounded. When this happens, you don't want to be just like so in shock that you can't form a thought and you can't like communicate and you can't make a decision. You got to take it in stride. And you got to continue doing the right thing, making the right choices, and continuing to direct your life and your behavior and your choices like you're not skipping a beat. You're not missing your cue. Okay? Continue on as if this is what is supposed to happen because, well, you believe that whatever happens is what's supposed to happen. And so when this kind of mind-blowing reversal happens, you need to remember that this is what's supposed to happen. You can't skip a beat. If you skip a beat, something's going to go wrong, okay? So make good decisions, keep your head screwed on right, and keep looking forward, and be flexible and adapt to the new set of circumstances, which are the circumstances that you wanted anyway, okay? And I do want to hear your story, so please drop it in the comments. And you know what? Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a reading. I want to see you back here, okay? Shout out to everybody that makes it here for the live readings. Yeah, I appreciate you. I see you, okay? The Six of Swords at the end here, okay? This is, in a way, the six, the five becoming the six, right? What you were originally looking for, now you have. So it's kind of like everything returns to the path that it was supposed to be on before, you know, or the path that you were hoping for. It's, in a way, things were going according to plan, and then they weren't. So this is instability, right? This is unpredictability. This is, you know, things veering off course, and you're doing your best to stick with it, to keep making the right choices, and to deal with this and adapt to this. Things are getting back on track. Things are returning to the plan. Okay? So this is kind of like a speed bump. And now that the speed bump, now it's over, things are returning to stability. Things are getting back on course for you. Okay? And I don't know why this is happening. I don't know what this is or who's involved. There may be an Aquarius person close to you that has something to do with this. Okay? You know what? A lot of love to those of you that are creating art right now in the background while this reading's playing. Okay? Those of you that are doing something creative right now. A lot of love goes to you. And big love to everybody that comments on these videos. I appreciate you. That supports the channel. Okay. This is it. this is, I don't know, this is like you're driving, the road is wet, you lose control of the car, and you think, uh-oh, this is it. No, you gain control again. Things get back. I feel a sigh of relief coming, and I feel like a big smile, which is kind of like that smile when there's a near miss kind of thing. When you kind of, you thought the worst was happening, but then it doesn't, and you're like, oh, okay. This feels good. Okay. Now, what is our mystery card? Well, this could be the Tower, but maybe not the Tower. This could be the Wheel of Fortune. This could be a 6 of Cups, a 6 of Wands, or a 6 of Pentacles. I think a 6 would be nice. This could be the Ace, right? The Ace of Wands, I could see that. This might be the Emperor. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Let's see. The Page of Cups. To me, this is somebody who is kind of finding the fish in the percolator, and realizing that what is happening is, in a way, like a fly in your bowl of soup, fish in the percolator. It's kind of like not supposed to be there. It's an absurdity, and it's kind of like, it's my Twin Peaks reference, because it was kind of like almost a pointless addition. It was something that was just uncanny. It was something that was rather absurd, and it didn't really do anything for the story. You know what I mean? They never really addressed it. It was just something that was there, and then the story continued on. Okay? So I kind of feel that is something that I think you're kind of going to laugh at later and just think, why the heck did that even happen? Like, what was the point of that, This is somebody who I think has a lot of creativity. Now, the Page of Cups is a very creative person, a lot of imagination. So I feel that even if this speed bump were permanent, I don't know, it'd be a weird speed bump. Even if this calamity were real and permanent, this is really telling me that you would find a way to make it work for you. You'd find a way to use it as a piece of your art. Okay? That it would be something that it's going to have to just be part of the story, I think you're creative enough that you find a creative way to use whatever happens, whatever life gives you. You find a way to use it, I think this is, in a very simple way, it's jubilation. This is somebody to me that feels like they're very excited because something that you thought you weren't going to get, now you got it, and it almost makes you giddy. It makes you want to just jump and dance and sing and spin around. Okay? I think it's gonna fill you with joy. And it's a joy, really, of relief that, oh, okay, this wasn't going to have to be my life, I feel a real moment of celebration, because this is the card of celebration too. This is maybe the card of, like, I don't know, maybe it's the sense that you were already celebrating something, and then you kind of got the news that it wasn't going to happen, but now you're getting the news that, oh, it is happening, and you kind of don't know what to feel, but you're just so, like, relieved that this is done. It feels like it's kind of been like a yo-yo. Like it's really just been like first yes, and then no, and now yes again, and it's like, come on. Like, quit playing with my emotions, But I think this is very good. This is a very happy energy. And I think that as long as you are paying attention and you're ready and you can take it in stride without missing a beat, things get back on course, you're going to be very, very happy. Yeah. Claim this reading in the comments. We're going to do an extended reading right now. We'll do an I Ching hexagram. We'll do some oracle cards. There is a link in the corner here, and there's a link down below in the video description. New readings for Pisces on Tuesdays and Fridays. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. leave a comment and let me know where in the world you are watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we are all in this together.